Hi, welcome back to Journey Through John. We are reading John 8, the woman caught in adultery. So who is in this story? This is quite a story that we won't fully understand, but I want to share with you what I learned from this story. You see, who is in this story? First and foremost, we have Jesus teaching in the temple. He is sitting down and he is teaching, and then who enters the story? The scribes and the Pharisees. And who do they bring with them? They bring a woman who is caught in the act of adultery. They badger Jesus. They persist with Jesus and say, what should you do? What should we do with this woman? They're trying to trick him. This is their motive. This is their motive because they want to catch him. But what does Jesus do? He stoops down. As an educator, body position is really important in how we teach. I will position myself in a lesson to emphasize certain things or to help a child to get focus. And we see here that Jesus stoops down. Remember, this woman is standing in the middle of the circle, in the middle of this group of people, and now Jesus has positioned himself lower than even her. I know in some of my training I've learned that when I'm trying to really help a student, my body position, if I lower myself lower than the child, I increase the felt safety for that child. And in making that connection, I create a dynamic where the child feels safety and the child hears better. I don't know if that's what Jesus was doing here, but I do know that this position is important. So he stooped down, he began writing on the ground. We don't know what he was writing, but we do know that he was writing. The Pharisees and scribes persist. Then Jesus stands up, says to them, the one without sin should throw the first stone. Then Jesus stoops down once again and continues to write in the ground. You see, him standing up is that position of authority, but then he's back to that place of stooping down. The Pharisees and scribes heard him. They left one by one, starting with the older men. After they have left, Jesus stands up again and he says, where are they? This, I believe, is not as much as a position as of authority, but kind of like declaring, where did they all go? Where did they all go? Has no one condemned you? And the woman says to Jesus, no one, Lord. And Jesus responds, neither do I. Go on and sin no more. I love that phrase, no one, Lord. She knows he is Lord. Once again, we see where Jesus is all-knowing. He sees her. He knows her. He knows what she's done, but he has stood in the gap for her. No one, Lord. She believes he is Lord. I'm just so thankful that even in the most extreme forms of sin, what we sort of quote unquote label as one sin worse than another, which we know that all sin is seen by God as something that divides us from him. But even in what we define as the worst sin, he is not, it does not put an extra bridge between us and God. Jesus is simply the way, the truth, and the life, and we can come to the Father through Jesus. He makes that bridge, that path accessible. I am thankful so much for the felt safety that Jesus built with this woman. I'm so thankful for every day that he meets my every need. He sees me. He knows my thoughts before I even think them, and he is fully available to me. He goes before me. He goes behind me. He's at my right hand. He knows he knows me when I sin, and he is there before me. It makes me think of Psalm 139. Take time to read that today. Sorry about that. Take time today and read Psalm 139, and you'll see your God from a different perspective. I believe this is the God, Psalm 139, who saw this woman caught in adultery and received her and freed her. Have a great day. Read John 8, verse 12 through, I believe, 38, and we'll discuss that tomorrow. Take care.